question, and this is not tied to any one market, but to the markets in general. What sign do you look for that the Biden campaign is coming off the rails? What do you look to spot as a trouble sign?
So I guess there are two ways that Trump's real odds can improve. One is, through the fundamentals. He sort of stops committing unforced errors, whether it's on race-related stuff, COVID stuff, sort of just general improvement. Obviously, the Mideast stuff is a tailwind potentially, especially if he gets a couple more in that column, could sort of get people to, some kind of a meaningful marginal block to say, okay, that's enough of a win that we're willing to cross back over, kind of come back home, folks that would have voted for him already or did vote for him in 2016. But more to your framing of it, or what are the trouble signs in the Biden campaign? I don't want to be conspiratorial about, the kind of performance enhancing drugs angle, but if he has a really worrisome debate performance, and it's frankly not as zero probability that happens. We've seen some of the relatively scripted appearances on camera that have been a little bit cringeworthy. If he has kind of a 20-second deer in the headlights moment in a 90-minute or 120-minute debate, that's a long time for anyone, not to mention a septuagenarian, in great health, to be sort of on their game. It could feed enough of the narrative that could start to make more of an impact. I don't know that totally turns the tables, but if I had a big position on Biden to win, that's the event I would be setting a whole bunch of, calendar reminders like, oh, it's debate night. get ready to potentially sell, or at least, get out of the position and try and get back in if there is sort of a, big volatile swing during those moments. Because I think, they've been very careful. They've been very rehearsed, which makes sense. If you're ahead, you don't want to do anything to upset the apple cart. You don't need to take big swings. But it may also mean that they're nervous that, valid or not, there's the impression out there that, has he lost a step? And if he has a moment like that they can just put on a loop and just pour tens of millions of dollars of ad buys behind it, of showing a sort of a deer in the headlights moment. That could be the kind of thing, again, if I had a big Biden position that I'd be worried about.